This is Atomic Chess 2.0, a second version of Atomic Chess that adds new pieces explosions. Missiles that you can launch at your opponent's pieces. And it adds a lot of variety to the gameplay, so if you want to play something a little different than chess, then this video is for you. Let's start. So normally in Atomic Chess, when you capture a piece, it explodes in a 3x3 area. But in this version it's a lot different, as I created an entire plan on how to change it, and this plan starts with the grenade. But what does a grenade do? Let me explain. Basically, I thought that instead of every piece making the same exact explosion, in this variant pieces will make explosions of a size relative to their strength. The grenade will represent explosion made when pawn captures, and here's the exact explosion the grenade makes, just 4 squares, which is not much when we compare it to the bomb. Now it's getting serious. We have the grenade done and now we can go on to the bomb, which explodes when bishops or knights take another piece. It makes every piece in a plus sign disappear. That's an explosion of a size of 4 squares, or well, 5 if you count the one in the middle, but still, that's more than the grenade. That being said, we have almost every size of explosion done, but remember that this is not the only thing that's different in this update. We have more explosive changes to cover. One of them being the last one caused by pieces capturing, the Big Bomb. So the Big Bomb makes the most powerful explosion so far. It's caused only when pieces worth above 5, or exactly 5 points capture. This is how Big Bomb looks like. But how about the explosion that it makes? Well, it actually takes every piece around the capture, meaning it explodes on 9 squares in total. Great, now we know how all the pieces boom when they capture. But Atomic Chess has 2 more features to go through here, one of them being that the pieces placement is actually different, as we actually play on Chess 960 setup here. And if you don't know what it is, it's just a chess variant where pieces are placed randomly on the first rank of the board, although this doesn't apply for pawns, they stay in the same place. Now how about castling? Well, castling is exactly the same as in normal chess. Either king goes to the G file and rook to the F file, or king goes here and rook goes here. Easy. There is always a rook on both sides of the king, so don't worry about stuff like this happening. And now that you know how Chess 960 works, you can acknowledge that we are adding it to our Atomic Chess. Alright, the last elements of this update are the missiles. You're probably wondering what the hell are those missiles and how to use them, and I'll explain everything in a second. So in Atomic Chess 2.0, each player gets 4 missiles to use throughout the game, and when you use a missile on a certain square, it'll blow up pieces around it in a certain pattern. Now each missile has different explosion pattern, strength, and range. Let's create the first missile, called Missile Y20. This is what it looks like. Let me show you the stats of this thing. So, Y20 reaches to the first 4 ranks. The next property of this missile is its strength, which equals to 3, which means pieces worth above 3 points won't get captured by it. Let's go on to the explosion of Missile Y20. So I decided that Y20's explosion should be exactly the same as piece explosion in normal Atomic Chess, meaning a 3x3 square. That all being said, we've done our first missile, and our next missile will be a bit different. I mean, it only captures pieces worth 3 or less points as well, but it has a completely different explosion pattern. It explodes 2 squares in every direction, and so it can be quite powerful. That is also why you can only place it up to the 3rd rank, as otherwise your opponent literally would not be able to develop their pieces. I haven't told you what is the name of this missile, and you don't know what it looks like, so now I am telling you that this missile's name is B-34, and this is what it looks like. And I forgot to tell you about this, but the explosion gets blocked by pieces, which means that if there was a piece here, then a piece behind it is safe. And that is pretty much it when it comes to this missile. Now we can go on to the 3rd one, which is called CO1. Looks not bad and is actually quite specific, because it takes pieces from an entire rank. That's quite dangerous, but not as overpowered as you might think, because can only take pawns, or pieces worth 1 point. CO1 also flies the furthest of all the missiles, as you can place it up to the 5th rank. Alright, cool, but now we're gonna create the last and the most powerful missile of this variant, Missile A62. Its explosion covers up 13 squares. This is exactly how this explosion looks like. You can place this missile up to the 3rd rank, and it takes pieces worth only up to 3 points. Explosion from this missile also gets blocked by pieces in the same way as for Missile B-34. Overall, this is a very powerful missile, and that being said, we actually finished creating Atomic Chess 2.0. Or well, not exactly, because I plan to add 1 additional missile to this variant, and I'm actually going to choose it from the comments section. So if you have a cool idea for a missile, leave a comment and you might have your missile in Atomic Chess 2.0. Of course you can check out this variant on my website, and there will also be one additional variant on there. So check them both out. Goodbye.